I have a military surplus haversack that I want to share with you today. This is known as the Polish Bread Bag, sent to me by Haversack. It has some unique features, making it worth looking at. If you're interested, keep watching. So Haversack sent me out the Polish bread bag about a year, maybe even a year and a half ago. I take it out with me on and off on days that I'm just looking for something small to carry for just a quick scout, or as supplemental to a backpack, so I can drop the backpack somewhere and use this just to go on scouting hikes from that point. You know, all the things that you would normally carry a haversack for. But this has some unique features that just give it an extra amount of versatility over the traditional haversack. Things that, well, they were designed for military use, but I think they have great application in everyday civilian use, especially if you're out in the woods like I am. So what I thought I'd do is just go through a few of the features. Now, these are the things that I've learned through a little bit of online research. If someone wants to correct me on what I'm about to say, then please do, because it's not like there's a lot of information out there on it. But based on from what I learned first off from Haversack's website is that this went into circulation sometime in the early 70s. It was issued to the Polish soldier. It was intended for something they can carry over their shoulder in addition to their backpack. This would hold things like their food, their daily ration of food, their cook kit, their raincoat slash poncho slash shelter half, the Lash Palaka, I think I'm saying that correctly, would all go in this. So the things that they wanted quick access to, things that were convenient, and any other small things that they may want, like water and that type of thing. I have that inside right now. So that was the idea behind it, and actually where the name bread bag came from. So that's the concept. But I'll tell you, as I show you these features, you're going to think, that was clever. Why aren't we seeing more of these on today's bags? So it is a cotton canvas, quite a heavy-duty cotton canvas, very light green. They do come in a couple of colors. I understand another color that Haversack is offering is a navy blue. I don't know if that would have been a naval version of this or maybe a civilian version of it, but otherwise identical in every way. This comes with nylon webbing for straps, but there is a version that has leather belt or buckle straps on it, so if that's something you're interested in. So why don't I just start on the outside. I'll go through the features on the outside and then I'll open up the inside. It's not a lot to this. It is very simple, and that is probably the beauty of it. And of course, it's very inexpensive. So to start with, as you can see, it is closed with nylon webbing right down here, just a little buckle to feed that through. I don't always feed it through the double way unless I know I'm going to be doing some bushwhacking and I'm worried, well, not worried, but wondering if it'll catch and open the bag up. It hasn't. So just a single pass for me is all that it takes to work. Now, as you can see, on the cover, there is one in the center. I'll talk about that in a moment, what that was intended for. And at the very top, there are two more. Let's start with the top one. So let me just unroll one. I kind of have them rolled in on themselves just to keep them from dangling. I know there are other ways you can go about doing this, but this works without any modification to the bag. So what do you get here? You get quite a long, I won't say excessively long, loop of material. Okay, so you have two of those at the top of the bag. That's where your shelter half, your poncho slash shelter half would have been stored right on top, easy access. It balances well up there as well. It does another thing is that it would be just a little wider than the bag is, so it would have provided a little weather protection for the edges of the bag if they were exposed a little bit like that, which is common of a lot of haversacks. So it's right there for easy to carry. Now, could you carry a poncho, like a U.S. military poncho, or the Helicon Tex, or any of the other ponchos in this, and do the same thing? Why not, right? You can carry, I have a couple of nice products from One Wind, their solitary cape shelter. I think that would be ideal. It's small because it's made of nylon, but I could certainly roll it up here, have it available to me, and if I needed to drop it on, I don't have to go digging through a backpack to get it. So that's what those two straps are for. Now, why the central strap right here? Well, this is kind of interesting. This is where the soldier's individual cook kit or mess kit would have been attached. So the idea was, let me just undo this strap to show you. Kind of feed it back through in itself. So this strap would have held the military mess kit, as you know, like the German and Austrian ones, and I think even the Swiss one, they have what look like belt loop slots on the body of the mess kit itself, and this is where this would have fed through, and then it could be snugged down, so it would sit right on the front of your bag right here, so they have instant access to that. If it was something that you were using over a fire per se, or even over esbit or any type of thing that would soot it up, then it's on the outside and you don't have to worry about it getting the contents of your bag all dirty, and just nice and convenient as well. So those are the straps on the outside of the bag. Now the only other thing I want to share with you is the shoulder strap. This, it's very utilitarian is the best way to say it, but it's everything that it needs to be and really nothing more. So it is a cotton webbing strap. Now it looks very narrow right here down at the attachment points, but it goes wide at the center over your shoulder right here. And it's just a simple metal bucket for adjustments. Nothing fancy at all. One feature about the shoulder strap that I really appreciate is how it's attached to the bag. Unlike a lot of haversacks, it's not attached on the ends coming up like this. It's actually attached, does that show well? On the back, like here, right here. And what that does is when it's over your shoulder, it lays against your body better. It's actually a feature I'd like to see in more shoulder bags, is to have the straps on the back, right at the edges, but on the back of it, not on the ends of it. I think you would find if you tried that it'll actually carry better on your body. All right, so that's everything on the outside. There is nothing on the bottom of the bag. Let's open it up. Now, pull the two straps. Inside of the bag is held, I won't say shut, but it's compressed, if you will, to a certain point by a strap and buckle. You can see there's a little buckle on the front attached to a strap on the back. Feed it through, you can double it over, make sure that it stays closed. And just below that is a little split rest. It's not a split ring, a D-ring. I forget what the military used that for, but there was an item that would clip on here, but it's not something that would be in common use for people in the woods today. But what it does do, it gives you a place to clip on something, whether your keys, your carabiner, something else that you wanted to clip on. Nice attachment point. That's what that is. Simple but effective right there. Now, the main part of the bag, I will have to take the strap out, and I'll tell you what I'm using it for today. There's my lunch bag. A book for reading, pair of sunglasses, and water bottle. I did have one other thing. I had my hammock chair in there as well, so I could set that up as soon as I got to where I was going today and without having to dig into my backpack. All right, so the bag is divided into kind of like a 2/3, 1/3 compartment. Larger compartment, about 2/3 of the bag, and the smaller compartment, 1/3 of the bag. So there is a separator down the center. It does a couple things. One is obviously organizationally, it gives you two different places. For a water bottle, it's plenty big. If you have a bottle canteen cook kit, I suspect, yeah, probably even a small military canteen cook set like the kidney-shaped ones would probably fit in here. I haven't, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it would. But certainly anything like well, that is a full-size Nalgene, so anything that would wrap around a Nalgene would fit in here just perfectly. The other side of the kit is all the space for everything else you need. All heavily sewn, bar tacked everywhere, reinforcements. And the last thing I can show you, I can't make out the numbering of it, but there is the stamping from the military when it was issued, the issue numbers, I guess. Simple little haversack. Best part about these is just how inexpensive they are. What you're getting for your money is a high quality. It has an old school look, so unless you really need that modern materials look, these are something that will satisfy most people in the old school look of them. And one of the nice things else is that I've discovered on Haversack is this is just one of many different styles of shoulder bags, bread bags, haversacks, whatever you want to call them, satchels that they have. Military surplus, pretty much bomb-proof, proven in design, used and improved to the point where it just works. That's the best thing to say about it. Okay, if you have any comments or questions about the Polish bread bag, put those in the comments section. I'll put a link to where this is available on Haversack's website. But until next time, get out and explore and take that path less traveled, because it will make all the difference. Bye for now.